Hey guys, Dan here from Rock and Ore. So today's the day to get crushing up some of these samples and sluicing them off and seeing if I got anything. So got Muzz's Muncher out, so we got that fired up and got a new clean up sluice to have a bit of a play with. So this is an Ozwash cleanup sluice prototype, pretty much. A V-matting and pretty cool little setup. I'll talk more about that a little bit later. So anyway, yeah, we'll get into it and hope you guys enjoy the video. Cheers. We're just getting ready to do this crush now. So this is some of the samples that I've got ready to be broken up and crushed and tested. So this one over here is the stuff that I took out of the last video, out of the reef that I wanted to test. But I've also got a bunch of other ones. I had about 5 samples that I want to do. This one here is still part of that reef that I got from episode 8. I've still got a whole bunch of in there as well. This actually got rained on fairly recently and it's now showing some visible gold on the outside. Just stuff in there. I'm not sure if I can get it on camera or not, but anyway, yeah, these pieces are starting to show visible gold now that they've been washed by the rain, and I'll be crushing all that up and running it through the cleanup sluice. It's going to take me a couple of days to do all that, so I'll get through a bit of sampling today and test a few rocks from a few different areas that I've wanted to test for a little while. We'll get that done. So after I crush it all up, break it up and crush it in Muzz's Muncher, which I've just opened up to check out the hammers and give a bit of a clean out. So these ones are still good, but you've got to change them fairly regularly if you're crushing quartz and hard stone like that. So you can buy bulk bow shackles in the mail pretty cheap, and just change those out when they wear thin at the bottom part here after a little while, and you don't want it to break off while it's actually running. So bits of metal running around inside there, stuffing everything up. So yeah, so that's all good. So we'll get it crushed up. Got the standard recirculator system, and this is what I'm going to be doing the cleanup with today. So this one here is prototype cleanup sluice from Ozwash that I'm having a bit of a play with and testing out. So I've just got it hooked up to a 750 gallon per hour bilge pump. Got the tap on there so I can get the water right down, and it's flared at the bottom a little bit, this sluice. It's slightly bigger at the bottom than it is the top. V-matting, and it's glued in, which actually makes it really easy to clean. Just tip this sluice up on its side and wash all the stuff down into the corner and then into a pan. So like I said, this is a bit of a prototype that Ozwash are making. I've been lucky enough to get it and give it a bit of a test and see how it goes. So that's what we're doing the clean up with, and hopefully we find a little bit of gold in this stuff. So I'll start to get some of this stuff broken up into small enough pieces to fit through the mill and start getting them crushed up and run through the sluice. We'll check it all out. Alright, see you guys in a minute. Hey guys, well, I've got these samples crushed up into manageable size for the crusher. So I'll start getting that process worked through, and gonna do all that in one hit, obviously, into different separate containers, but do it all at once, and then we'll do all the sluicing all at once as well. So I will get the crusher plugged in and we'll get cracking on this. See you shortly. guys, I'm just about finished with the crushing, but just after I crush up each sample, I'm just making sure that I get a paintbrush and sweep all this out so I don't mix up, contaminate the samples with each other. And also just gives you a bit of a chance to check out the inside of the hammer mill and make sure everything's working in there and you haven't got too much wear on the hammers and all that. Just give you a chance to check all that. But yeah, just sweep it all in with a paintbrush and then move on to the next one. Just got a couple more to crush up now, a couple more samples, and I'll get it all slurried up and get it run through the sluice. Right, see you guys soon. I've got all the slurries made up, so I'm just going to set the camera up now and get the sluice pumping and see how it does. Finished running the first sample, which is this stuff from last week's video. So it's this white, not sort of so great looking stuff. I run a sample size that big. I crushed it down into small pieces and just basically filled that up. And I turned it into a slurry after I ran it through the thing. So I'll probably put the torch on to get a decent look, but as you can see there, it's actually a whole heap really fine gold dust. So it's actually pretty good for the sample size that I run. Didn't actually expect to find much, and like I said, it's a pretty yeah, it's a bit better. Pretty average looking sort of quartz. No visible gold whatsoever in it, but obviously it was worth grabbing some and giving that a test. So obviously do some further testing on that, and for now I'll get out and run some of these other samples, and 4 more samples still to run. So a little cleanup sluice seems to be doing really good, really easy to run, really easy to clean out. Yeah, seems to be doing the job. So I'll get out there and run these other samples, and I'll show you what I get from each one, if there's something in it, and if not, I'll let you know anyway. Yeah, see you soon, guys. This is the second sample. So this one's got a lot more heavies in it, so it's been a bit harder to pan away all this fine stuff. But as you can see there, there's a decent bit of colour there mixed in through all that. yeah, so I'll get on to the next sample and see what we get out of the next one. Cheers, guys. Alright guys, so this is sample 4. Sample 3 had absolutely nothing at all in it, so this, I don't think it's going to be very easy to see, but this has a little amount of very fine gold. So not as good as the first sample, but there's a little bit of something in there. So, and the last one I had nothing. One more sample to run, and so I'll get back with you then and we'll see what's in that last one, if anything, and I'll get it all sucked up into the one, put it in the one pan and have a look at it. Alright, cheers guys. That's all the samples run. There's 2 little squashed flat pieces in that last one, so not great. Still more happy with the first sample than anything else. I didn't really expect anything to be in that white quartz, or much anyway, but yeah, not too bad as far as the day of sampling goes. I'll get all this shit in the same pan and give you a look at it all together, and yeah, anyway, see you soon guys. Well, that's the total for the day. What come out of that, all those samples. Did find a flat bit and I was cleaning out Muzz's Muncher the last time, squashed up in there, so I put that in there as well. But yeah, look, I'm probably not going to weigh that. I just really wanted to get an idea of what stuff to go back for and what stuff to sort of not bother with. So yeah, sort of got to work out what was what with that, and just got an order from Vistaprint. We've got a few things done, made up. So there's the t-shirt there, just got a few for work. Business cards. And we've got all the different stickers as well. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, I'll get to crushing up the rest of those samples and sort of sluice the rest of the stuff off, and got a fair bit of stuff to process out there, as you would have seen. So it's just a matter of, I won't bother with some of the material, and some of it I'll probably crush and process all of it. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the vid, and catch us on the next one. Cheers.